I was gonna say, is that
Go ahead.
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! Soar like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Ah! Rumble, young man, rumble.
What up, what up?
All right.
All right, this is Shooting the Shit with Ace and Zeus.
And we're live.
We're just two guys from the south side of Chicago, man. Talking about our life experiences and whatever the fuck's going on. Cover everything from A to Z.
Baby.
All right, man. Going off this fucking week. Starting it off. Been talking about a lot. Before we started this motherfucker, we got a special fucking guest this week. Got my guy Gio on.
What's up? What's up?
Welcome to Shooting the Shit, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, man. Thank you guys for having me, man. Appreciate it.
All day, man. So, we're talking about all types of shit, but these guys, one of the things we didn't bring up, fucking all this shit, all this Nike shit with Colin, man.
Crazy,
What,
man.
what do you
Crazy.
guys feel about that? I mean, I could care less, bro. Like, this is nothing like on the social movement. This is no sting on that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to fucking.
I mean, let the
my
man
boy
get his
taking that
money,
knee.
bro.
Yeah, you know, but
Yeah.
like, hey, he's been off the books for a while. You know, like let this guy get his cash.
What was pissing me off is like people are like, oh, he's doing it to like as a scam. Like, he's basically scamming people. I'm like, what? No.
He's
How?
broke.
He went broke donating fucking
Did he
millions
go all
of
the way
dollars.
broke though? Is that a fact?
I don't know if he went all the way broke. I'd have to look that up, but I know for a fact like
I'm sure he did.
there's a list that my sister sent me the other day with just a bunch of all the places he's donated to, bro, and it was in the millions and the 10,000s, 100,000s. He was out there fucking donating his check from the fucking 49ers, bro. And a lot of people strongly feel, bro, I myself included, like, bro, like they're blackballing him.
Well, you know what though? It looks good when a lot of people are looking though.
But
you do good
Nike's
shit.
always, you know, they've supported people who I guess have, you know, troubled backgrounds or, you know, ran into some shit.
Like,
Like Tiger Woods, for
Kobe
instance,
was one.
and Kobe, Tiger Wood, you know.
Well, Tiger had a lot of shit going on.
You know,
that motherfucker, they stuck with
It's
that.
good. Look,
motherfucker.
man, Nike is Nike.
They're a giant, bro. There's nobody's.
Everybody likes
nobody's-
Nike. It's a given fact. I love Nike shit.
Have you ever read the book?
About
The column,
The Phil Knight book. It's like I guess you could say his autobiography.
no.
nah.
Man, what's the name of it? I want to say it's called Nike Dog or Shoe Dog. Shoe Dog.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's basically just a story of how Nike came to be, you know, and like, bro, it's pretty interesting, man.
That's dope.
I didn't read it, but I listened to it on the audiobook
Yeah.
when I work and shit. And
Yeah. I like those.
what was it
audiobooks
called?
Too, man.
I'm almost positive, man. It's called Shoe Dog.
Shoot,
Dog.
dog.
Yeah.
Yup.
But man, yeah,
Beat
like
that.
originally, like it the first little name for his first shoes he made were. Man, hold on,
Wasn't
when I
it
get
like the
this
same
right.
guy that made? I remember hearing a story about that. I read a little article, some shit like Adidas and Nike. They're like some type of competitors.
Yeah, like
right?
like the way he started out, bro, is he basically got him and a friend got money from their dad to go on a trip, you know, but this whole trip was an excuse to get him to China because he had this whole game plan, you know, as a fucking
Get him to
teenage.
China.
Yeah, bro, because he Japan, might have been Japan.
But like cheap labor or no?
No, because he
Oh,
wanted.
I was like,
there
man,
was
that's the first thing
Making
I'm
them for
thinking
10
about.
cents.
Bro,
These
at
guys
that time, the only shoe, I guess, like running athletic shoes were, I want to say, they were called like Tiger, something Tiger. Man. Like, man, it's been a minute since I listened to it, so I'm probably fucking this up right now. But
That's right.
he wanted to go, you know, try to get a contract to where he can get them to start shipping shoes out here to him, and he wanted to sell those shoes out here. He was a runner, bro, like out there in I think he's from Seattle, right, Oregon.
For sure.
Phil Knight, that's where Nike's
I
from.
honestly don't know, but I
Yeah.
like,
Yo,
it's
yeah,
possibly-
because they are
it's-
they're based in
And
Oregon.
like out there, I
Okay.
guess
Yeah.
running,
That's
you know,
like their-
just
their
like
headquarters.
running has always
Yeah.
been a fucking
bunch of white people.
yeah.
running
It's
the
like a
morning
big
shit.
thing out there, and
For sure.
that's how this came to be. You know, Nike was. He started out as a high school runner, got into it, went to college.
Yeah, I
his
think
coach
there's something like
actually
that.
can help them out do this too. You know what I'm saying? Because his coach used to make his own shoes, or not make his own shoes, but would like tinker his own his running shoes and adjust them for his runners on his team. You know,
so he started making his Nike came out.
But I want to say the first shoe he named, it was Aztec. Aztec something or Soul, some shit. And what happened was he had to it was Adidas or another shoe company had just released a shoe that was called something similar to Aztec. It had something to do with it. So what he did is
the Cortez.
So he said no. He said he told his assistant who beat the Aztecs in Mexico, you know, a long time ago, and he's like, oh, that was Cortez. And then he's like, that's gonna be the name of our first shoe. No, I'm sorry. So
I knew that's where that was headed.
Okay, no.
Nike was already the name of the first shoe they were gonna release was gonna be the Nike Aztec, because that's when the Olympics were being done in Mexico that year. And it was gonna be, you know, a release of the Nike Aztec running shoe.
Yeah.
Had something to do with Mexico. So what happened was the other shoe company already had a shoe coming out with some shit.
Right.
He's like, who beat the Aztecs? And that's when he's like, oh, the
Cortez.
That's what we were shooting. And those are the first ones.
You know, every time I look at Nike Cortez, I'm like, that's the Cholo.
Those are the original first one. I never knew the first one.
I had no idea until now. Cause I've
those
always, and I never liked
the
them.
running shoes though they came out with first. You're saying that style was like the type
that's what it was meant to
bro.
be. It was supposed to be a running shoe.
Like I wore those shoes before.
Back in those days, motherfuckers were running in like Converse looking shoes.
Yeah,
they would have like
flat.
Right,
they had
the running
it was
shoes
just
we have
Chucks
nowadays,
though, right?
bro.
Yeah, Chucks.
It was just
they played
Chucks
basketball and that
You're
shit
right.
back in the day.
That shit had no ankle protection. It still doesn't. It's basically like a denim material. You know, I don't know the name of it. Dude, and I have a horrible history of like spraining my ankles. So if like I did anything in those, I'd be fucked.
If you guys ever get a chance, bro, check it out. It's dope. Because he went through some shit where, like, it didn't even look like it was going to happen. And then, I mean, obviously, we know what Nike is today. So
yeah, that's dope. For people that don't know that story.
A lot of these guys have these, like, these billionaires have these stories where they're like 45, about to give up, and then they make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like a continuous fucking story. You know what I'm saying?
About to push.
So that's why, like, it's not even that I look for these posts to inspire, because I think honestly, people shouldn't look for other people for inspiration. Like, it's good to listen to other people. Yeah, I think that it's good to feel something from what you're getting. Like, especially if it's something you've been wanting to hear and you just couldn't tell yourself or something like that. You know, that's like inspirational words. But
to be inspired by somebody, you're just like, nah.
Yeah, nah, man. You gotta be inspired by your fucking self, you know?
Well,
like,
I think like
I want to strive to be that person that I'm imagining I'm gonna be 5 years from now.
Well, I think inspired could mean something totally different.
Motivation.
Yeah, it could be motivation.
That's different though. Motivation
so maybe
and inspiration.
Maybe somebody
is
that
way different.
Maybe
like,
somebody
when you're inspired is like passionate.
Yeah, but you know, it's also like somebody like wanted to be inspired by Martin Luther King. I think that right there would be like a good way.
Motivation
to be
is like I want to
inspired.
weight,
you know.
You know.
Yeah.
Inspiration is like I want to change my fucking life. That's why. That's
the
at
way,
least that's how I understand
you take
it. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, but to be inspired by something, I think can go further than that, man. Like,
don't get me wrong though. There should be some type of I don't think there should be idolizing, but
okay, now that
it's like inspiration though. There
idolizing
should be some like characteristics or traits of someone that you should be inspired.
That's
by.
technically a sin.
Don't take it.
You know,
that.
like to idolize someone. Yeah.
Right.
But it's funny because there are people that are idolized like that. Like I joke around all the time. I know people that know me personally, like to idolize. No, they idolize.
That would be like
God.
Saint Jude.
Oh yeah,
right.
It's kind of hypocritical, like in there.
No idols.
Yeah.
But me. Yeah.
Like,
are you religious? I'm sorry.
Nah. I grew up Catholic.
But you, me,
you know, me too. We're all Mexican.
But
sure.
Do we all agree here? Do we still follow that?
Oh no,
now?
definitely.
Oh, okay, cool.
And like,
so we can speak a little freely.
Within like the past maybe 3-4 years, I've maybe been to church 4 or 5 times. You know, maybe a few more times than that. And reason being, but church, you know, not like when we go now, we go to a Christian church. So
Okay. I mean,
I've actually tried that.
What do you feel? What do you see different
It's
between
different.
like what we used to grow up with? Because we're Catholic, you know, we all had the.
it was
They sing.
like the first time I went. I'm
They
not gonna
sing.
lie, man. Like
They sing.
I'm not I don't know much about the Bible. I know a little bit from things of recently that I've watched or listened to, but growing up, you know, we weren't too religious in the house, and
Right.
like, so I didn't do CCD classes, and you know, I never did none of that. So whatever, I believe in God. You know, I believe in the Creator. You know, there's somebody who
Higher being,
Right.
more powerful
who
than
created
us
everything.
humans.
But
Yeah, I agree.
as far as like believing in the Bible, that's where it gets hard, because it's
Yeah.
like a man made it, you know, and like many men made it. If
And
you
they
want to get
chose
technical,
which ones they
right?
wanted
You
to
know,
put
so
in
it's
there. Right.
It's kind of hard to follow because it's
Yeah,
basically
you know,
writings
so-
from man to
I
man
think
to man to man to
that
man.
point is though,
and
it's
so
like
on.
the more and more that we keep looking into it, the more questions we have of like doubt, right? That's
Yeah. And I tend to like, I know you, I believe, you know, I believe in some science, some of the science
Yeah.
side, you know, and like not necessarily evolution, maybe, you know, that I don't know about that part, but I don't know, man. There's just too many questions, man. There's too many unknowns to just have. You know, in the end, I guess you just, you know, they always hit you with, well, you just gotta have faith, you know.
Yeah,
And it's like, you know, like,
that's probably the hardest thing, because they're reading off scriptures of these antiquated fucking laws, and most of the proverbs, most of them are good. Let's not take away from that, but it's like, I can't believe that the earth is 6,000 years old. I can't believe that there was no dinosaurs when we have evidence.
So in the Bible, this is something I don't. Do they mention anything about dinosaurs?
No, there's not one
there's
single
not
thing.
There's not even. Like,
There could be a metaphor.
I was gonna say,
metaphor,
because I
maybe.
think somebody told me that there was like a reference to where they mentioned something about some beast
So
or
it's always like
The
a
serpent,
serpent.
a
It's always a
serpent.
serpent.
Yeah.
That's the closest they get.
But when they describe the devil.
Yeah.
So the little bit of stuff as of recently that I did learn was through a coworker, man. Like, I actually used to work in a little warehouse in Gary where we dispose of medical waste. So we used to get like crazy shit, bro. Like amputated legs and
What
Dang.
the
fucking like
fuck?
little
shit.
animals from like labs that they tested on. Like, we used to get weird shit, bro.
Shit,
like
bro.
Fuck.
we got the remains
And
pickups from people who got hit by trains.
Oh, fuck. So, I mean,
Fuck.
what do you do
You-
with
you
that?
You got to see
I
that
got-
shit?
I
If you go on
remember
my
I had you on
Facebook,
Snap,
bro.
bro. So I seen some
that
of that. I
warehouse
remember,
with all that little
I remember you
vials
had
and-
like
yeah.
Oh,
I
you
was
used to
there
show-
for a few years, you know.
seen
and-
fingers and shit.
Bro, we used to get some weird shit, seeing chunks of brain and
Oh,
skull, like weird
man.
shit, bro. But my coworker, man, that he
Dude,
got
would
me
it
the
smell
job.
like? Would it smell like like?
Sometimes, yeah,
like
you know,
death?
it did. But
Right.
but you know what? It's funny is that all this shit, bro. The only time that like I almost threw up from something, it was just from some old food. Like from some hospital food. Like I opened up a bag. I don't know why I opened it, but fucking shit came out. And,
Curious.
but we opened up one of the bags of the amputated, because you can't see it, bro. Like they're wrapped in red bags, you know. But one day my boy was, you know, when I first started and shit, I didn't believe what was in there, and he's like, touch it. He's all grabbing on it, bro. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
What
you know?
the
So-
fuck? That's some necrophiliac
Hell
shit, or
yeah.
what, bro?
He cracks it
Or I'm about to fuck this dead body.
Let's cut a hole in the
Puts
leg,
the bag
dog.
open, bro, and exposes it, you know, and you just see toes sticking out. I'm just
Oh,
like,
that's crazy,
man.
shit, bro. Like that shit's real.
Dude, my mom, she's like a realtor in South Carolina, and she had to go to this. I guess when something happens to the house, whatever, eviction, whatever. I guess she's involved. Dude, some dude committed suicide in one of the apartments she had to visit.
Oh man,
Dude,
That's
yeah.
fucking horrible, man.
we used to get like
yeah.
mattresses and couches from shit like that, bro.
Fuck.
We took everything.
I mean,
man.
what do you?
Oh
Like
my
I'm saying, what do you?
So we had a giant shredder where we throw, well, like the couch and shit. Obviously, we didn't
Oh,
throw that in
man.
there.
Throwing
That,
remains in
I
there?
forgot how we got rid of those. I think they would just pay to get those taken away. But
Well, what do they do with that?
Yeah.
Right, I mean, someone with a bigger shredder has
Right.
to. But everything
It gets through like a
Right,
like
by
everybody
law,
got hit in the
it has
house.
to be
the whole house
it has
gets
anything
shredded.
that's considered bio fucking waste has to be decontaminated. So we shredded it down, and then it ran through a series of microwaves that superheated it.
All to kill
And then,
whatever
and then
bacteria.
all the shreds just dumped out into the fucking.
Yeah,
Probably
So I used to think
radiated
like,
and
man,
shit.
there's probably like little, a toad would get through and fucking, land out there in the garbage and shit, bro. And like,
Jesus.
but then we ended up getting these autoclaves, bro, which is just big ass fucking ovens, basically. No, we load them up, fucking baskets of waste, and then it would just heat everything and kind of melt together, and then we just dump it. It's fucking decontaminated.
Damn,
Wow.
that's a
That's-
shitty
that's-
business.
I mean,
man,
I'm pretty sure they
To
make
see
a lot of
shit
money.
like-
they're
Yeah,
doing
hell
it,
yeah, you
man.
gotta pay people
You know
to
how
put
many
away
people
And
fuck-
waste
we were
like
taking-
that.
They were a small little warehouse, bro, right here. We were taking shit from Michigan, from Illinois, from Southern Indiana, and then obviously all around here. Hospitals around here, morgues, funeral
Fuck.
homes,
Wow.
like all types of shit, bro. We did the United Center. We used to get a bunch of shit from from the Bulls and the Blackhawks. And I never knew it
Dang.
until one of the drivers told me. And I was like, man, no wonder when I open boxes, there'd be like Gatorade towels and shit, It was coming from the fucking United Center and shit. I actually found fucking one night, bro, like $1,000, bro.
Oh
Cash.
That's
shit!
what's up, man.
Blood, but some of it had blood on it.
Fucking
Some of it had mold.
There's a
And
dead
what it
man's
was,
leg.
bro,
You gotta wash it.
it was
you gotta
boxes
wash it,
of
man.
like evidence from like a police station of people who died. So it was like wallets, purses, like
Wow.
A lot of it looked empty. It looked like bullshit. But I just started searching through it, bro. Anything that had specks of blood, they deemed it contaminated. They threw it
Contaminated.
away.
Throw it out.
Bro, I took that shit to the
Wow.
bank. She looked like it. She looked at me like I was fucking crazy. She was looking at it like, what the? I'm like,
I'd be scared
I did
too.
some work with my uncle, and we found a bunch of money in some guy's basement, and he told us we
I'd
could
have
keep
taken it to the
you
gas
know,
station,
so.
bro. Them Arabs don't question shit,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I did it 2 days in a row, and it was the same lady, bro. I'm in line the second day, and there's
Like,
two
oh, you
tellers,
killing motherfuckers.
and I'm like, all right, cool,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to this teller over here, and then all of a sudden, the lady over here finishes
Opens up.
first,
Oh,
and it was the same black lady,
bills, nigga.
and I'm like, hey, I'm back, like it's me. But yeah, but I kind of went off sidetrack. But my boy, man, they got me the job. He didn't grow up out here in the neighborhood, but he hung out with us. He was like us. A little bit of a knucklehead and shit, and smoke, drink. But I guess actually it was the second, third year we were working together. All of a sudden he came to work one day and he was saved. And he was all about the Bible. I came to work that night and he was just like, man, I just had the most greatest experience, bro. And like I'm like, what's going on? And he was just all amped and it's like, bro, I was saved, bro. I've been saved. He's like, like the Lord came to me and I'm done smoking, I'm done
Wow.
drinking.
Whoa.
And we talk every now and then and but he's still with it, bro.
Hey, bro, I kind of low key like envy that shit.
But see, he kind of went too hard with it, bro. Like to the point where he's like, this is one of his main beliefs is, do you believe that a human cannot sin? Like, do you believe we can go without sinning?
nah, man.
You can live
I don't-
sin free. In other words,
Nah, it's
it's
impossible.
We weren't-
impossible,
we weren't-
right?
we
That was
weren't-
my biggest argument.
It's
We
impossible.
won't
He said,
work.
if you're not a true Christian, if you live sin free, you're a true Christian. Other than that, you're not a true Christian. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, that don't even, like, we're not robots, bro. Like,
Yeah,
that was my biggest argument. Like, that was the one thing, like him, it's like, I understand that you feel saved and you want to turn towards the Lord, but like, you went from like 0 to 100, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't even.
So
like,
no drinking, no
like,
smoking, no nothing.
As far as I know, till right now, I don't think so. When we were working together, he wasn't doing it. He was like all into going to these Bible studies and started going to church, and every day at work, that's all he talked about. But I didn't mind it because, like I said, I didn't grow up religious. So for me, it was almost like class, and like. Not that I believed everything he's saying,
You're
but
refreshing.
but he definitely
Right.
he's a smart dude, so he definitely, I know he was reading a lot, and like, plus there was another coworker who was this white guy, and he was like used to be meth addict and got saved,
Yeah.
and now he's married this chick who's got money and he's living a nice life. He don't drink, or he drinks beer, but he's
Right.
not like he don't smoke and shit. And he used to always talk to us about the Bible, and he went from being a meth addict, I missed that, to I guess you could say a preacher or minister or whatever, you know, and you know, he used to always tell us stuff, and I guess that's who kind of influenced him a little bit, maybe, but
Probably a lot of tragic
he just,
stuff.
what he said is one day at work, he was at work, and we worked in this little warehouse, bro. It was in Gary, in the woods. It was creepy as hell, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like
Gary's mostly abandoned.
working
anyway.
there.
I worked out
exactly,
there.
bro.
It's,
Like,
yeah.
working there at night. I stopped watching scary movies for a while, bro.
Yeah,
I
bro.
swear to God, because I would work by
Everything
myself.
looks like a fucking scary movie.
I would
out
work
there,
by
bro.
myself in this warehouse by myself, you know. So, anyways, I went to work one day and he was just saying how he had this crazy feeling like there was something trying to get him, and like he felt scared and he didn't know what was going on, and he had a bad dream that night and he was freaking out. And so when he got to work, he was having this feeling in the warehouse, and all of a sudden he said he just started to pray. He just started to ask God, and he said he just felt the most biggest uplift, like a relief, just a joyness come over him, and that he claimed to be he was saved right there and then.
Damn.
And I guess he still runs it. Like, actually, he
That's
recently
crazy,
invited me to his. He got a
His church.
and see, like he's the thing I like about him a little bit is like he tried to use a lot of I guess things that he's getting and advancing in life with. Oh, it was because God gave me this, you know.
Oh,
like,
okay.
with everything though, you know. And it's like
His
I
success
understand that,
as
you know,
a-
but like.
as,
Like not
fact.
like you also had some advantages too, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, whatever. He
when I
got
say-
a house now, and he wants me to go to some Bible studies, and I'm kind of interested, not
Right.
to lie, you know, just to get, like I said, to learn, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know much about it, but I just know he, like, if I go, like, you know,
You're gonna lie to me.
he's
This-
judgmental.
I'm not
person.
trying to like no sting on that dude, but it's like some of those guys that try to push it on you.
Exactly. You know, I
It's
don't like
like,
that, bro. It's like,
You gotta
bro,
lay off.
I
Look,
don't like it.
I had a friend. I have a friend who's a pastor, and I ended up checking out his church, and it was a nice church. I like it, but I just feel I couldn't do it because nobody ever judged me or anything like that, or like no one ever said that I can't sin or whatever. But me personally, I just didn't feel good going into church every Sunday, and I'm like, as soon as I get out of here, I'm probably gonna drink.
which is what mostly
probably
every
gonna
person
sin.
does,
And I'm like,
you know,
and I'm like, I can't. I feel like I couldn't fully commit. So I'm like, man, I'm not gonna pursue something that I'm gonna do. Eventually, an hour later, it didn't fit right with me. Shout out to my pastor though. Like, I think he's a great guy. He's an awesome dude. He actually got me Bears tickets. Cool guy, awesome guy. But I couldn't do it. Going back to
My
his
thing
church
is that
I'm a
tried-
sinner.
When I used to box, man, my coach was really religious, dude, and he tried to get me back on it for a few years. And I went to church with him. I went to dinner with his pastor and shit. But
what church was this now?
man, it was the one on the east side, bro. On like,
St. Francis.
No, the one on Ewing, like closer
Catholic
by.
church?
Yeah, or no, it's like a Christian Zionist.
Is it the
or
one
something
by
like that.
Jen Adams?
Yeah.
Annunciata.
No. Past.
Was it a lot of Puerto Ricans?
Hold up.
No, because that was a Christian church.
It's
I
past
know which
that
one you're talking
school.
about. It's like a school there too, right? It's like a college there.
Past the school, past the 7-Eleven.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It was that little.
It's like a
church.
college too, I think.
So I
It
mean,
was Catholic though? Or?
I think so, bro. I think they're like evangelists almost, but they're just too in it, bro. Like I couldn't. They would go. One time I sat through a sermon and this guy was just preaching Proverbs off the Bible, and this lady next to me. I had this lady next to me and this guy next to me on this other side, and he was just reading, and she started crying, bro, just bursting into tears, right? And this guy next to me too, like 20 minutes after the lady started crying, he started bursting into tears, and I'm like, I'm looking at him, and I'm not trying to be insensitive to the situation, you know what I'm saying? Because inside I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like, I don't feel nothing.
Right.
And like, that's what I said earlier.
Like he was just reading
I want
from...
to, I want to clarify that. And it's like, I envy the shit that those spiritual guys, people, or say that they get that actual feeling like your guy said he got,
Right,
like
right.
that revelation. Because I've went through churches and all that shit, bro. I've read up on other religions, and it doesn't make you feel anything.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like to
that's how
go
I feel
back
as well.
to that, when we first went to that Christian church, my wife is the one who, her grandmother, she's Puerto Rican, so they grew up going to some little Christian church right here on the east side.
Mm-hmm.
And so we now, well, not now, but the few times we went was to Family Christian Center over in, I don't know, what's that, fucking Munster, Dyer? But anyways, it's a pretty big church over there. So we went, and the very first time we went, I want to say, like, the thing I liked about it, for one, is it wasn't like that. Like, it wasn't you just sit down and you read from a book and everything's all like, whoa, like, fucking sad and like.
But that's what you expect.
Yeah.
To get up, like this was like actual, like they had some music and like it felt live, like like he came out and he actually was like preaching to you and like, bro, I don't know, but the first time we went, and I'm not gonna lie, he started talking about some shit, and I fucking started crying, bro. I started tearing up, and like I didn't feel like, oh, I'm saved by Jesus,
right.
But I just felt like the shit that this guy was saying. I
Meant
felt
something
like
to you, though.
like I felt like God, like I was supposed to be there that day because the shit he was saying was like shit I was going through in my life, like he's talking about like financial struggle,
right?
Shit, arguing with your spouse, problems with your spouse, and like just little things, and it just, I feel like he was talking right to us, and I had this moment, and then I liked it, so I told him, man, I kind of like it. I think we might have went the next week after that. So then we didn't go for a while, and I want to say a little after that, bro, my mother passed away, and it was crazy accident, fucking.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
It was a motorcycle accident, and so super unexpected, bro, and I want to say we that's when we stopped going, man. Basically, yeah, I kind of, just like, I don't know, kind of, I mean, I understand, like, I'm grown now, so I can't just be like, oh, God did that,
right.
But it's like at the same time,
You
it's
felt
like,
like you felt like where was God at that moment?
honestly,
like, you know what we've been through, what we've got, like,
right.
My mom, we grew up poor, bro. Like, my mom was a mom of 5 kids, single, bro. Like, we moved here from Texas because my stepfather was killed, and it was just my mom and us. Like, if it wasn't for my older sister helping my mom raise us, and then, once I got old enough, I helped bring in a little money and shit. And,
yeah, it gets tough.
That's
Man.
good looking out.
Shit fucking...
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, bro. Well,
But yeah, shit, I don't know, man. I kind of just, had a little resentment, I guess you could say, towards God. But at the same time, I grew past that, and I know everything happens for a reason, I guess, She wasn't living the best life, She was in a lot of pain, just, physically and stuff. And, she's in a better place. So, I learned
Definitely,
to move past that anger, but...
sorry, man.
Yeah.
I feel for you,
appreciate
dude.
Man.
Yeah. Sorry for your loss. And it gets tough like that, but like in that scene, I always attribute stuff like that when you're at the right place in the right moment, but that's like kind of where the universe wanted you to be, bro. You know what I'm saying? To hear those words, because that's what you needed to hear. Not because, I mean, most likely because there was some type of a God, because I do believe in God, you know what I'm saying? That was like, they just wanted you to hear those words, you know what I'm saying? It's like, sometimes I think you're put in those positions because you need to be put in those positions, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta be tested.
Like, I get you when after you heard that, you kind of wanted to dive into that, but then afterwards you felt indifferent, about the whole religious stuff. But it's like, that's where your life was
right.
was headed, you know what I'm saying?
And see, the funny part is when after we stopped going to that church, we found out some dirt about the
pastor.
Yeah,
oh,
bro. And that's
shit.
what's like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
always,
I thought this was a good place.
It was too good to be.
Like, for one, there's some crazy shit where a little teenage girl was like swimming at his house and ended up dead in the pool.
Oh,
And somehow
shit.
nobody went to jail for it, bro.
Whoa.
It's actually his name's Steve Muncie, bro.
Whoa.
If you want to look him up,
I
and
gotta
shit,
look that
like,
shit
you know,
up. Steve
it sounds-
Muncie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Dang.
Sounds like some sketchy
And,
shit,
and,
bro.
then,
Yeah,
and then
man.
we really stopped going when cause you can like drop your kids off with like they have like age group little daycare because it's a big place, you know.
Dude.
But there's a lot of kids, you know, and
Dang.
like only reason we felt comfortable is because my daughters are pretty smart, bro, and they're already they're not
really
little.
vocal with
Yeah.
you.
Exactly.
Right,
so
right,
if
right.
something happens, they're gonna come tell me.
Yeah,
They're gonna tell their
you,
mom. They're
right.
not gonna they're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So,
Anything, right?
Hey man, that's
So-
the way to raise your kids, bro.
You know what I'm
Make
saying?
them
It's the only
aware.
way, bro. And so
Make them aware. Yep.
So we, they were always fine, but we found out that like 2 teenagers were fucking caught having sex in the closet and shit, you know. But this was way after we stopped going, you know. So
Right.
we've never been back. But it's
Damn.
like, what about those moments I had there? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck, bro?
Does that negate that, right?
Right, like exactly.
What
You
the
know, it's
fuck?
like I always felt like, and I heard when you say it on one of your recent podcasts, it's like you don't have to go to fucking church. That was my argument, bro. I always feel like
Yeah,
you don't
that's
have to
exactly
go to
how I
church, bro.
feel.
Like,
That's
church
exactly
is
how I
here.
feel, bro.
Like this is church
Definitely.
right now.
Yeah.
Like what we're doing right now. This is
We're
fucking
speaking
church, bro.
what we feel.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like.
that's exactly how I feel,
Like,
dude.
I don't read the Bible. I don't go to church, you know, all the time.
But
Actually,
you don't
I
have
go
to
church
do all
at
that
all,
to be
like-
a good person. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
But
Like,
to
you
be
know what I'm
honest,
saying?
though, this whole, I'm not sure if I want to say the whole generation, but most of the people I talk to, bro, it's just like spiritually just lost. Because we don't know whether to believe in a fuckload of different religions that are out there. Right now, there's a religion with spaghetti monsters and shit.
Bro, I thought
There's
that
cults.
was
Those are
fake,
cults.
bro. I thought that
Those
was
are
fake.
cults.
That's real, bro.
Yeah,
real,
that's
bro.
real. Yeah.
Like how the fuck?
And that's legal.
For
Like
one,
you
though,
could
how
use a
is-
strainer for your fucking ID, dog.
What I don't get though is how Scientology became legit, bro. Like, it's so out
Oh,
there.
that guy's a crook,
Have
bro.
you ever got into it? Have you
Yeah,
ever, you know
so-
anything about it, bro?
Nah.
Yeah, check this out.
This guy is he's the number one
Science
author,
fiction fucking-
science fiction author.
He
wrote
wrote
the
who is
most.
that?
His name.
Wow, it's on the
slipping
tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Hold on, that's right.
Holy
Damn,
fuck!
what the
I listened to like 3 documentaries with this guy.
Damn. There you go. Fuck.
Well, this is what happens when you smoke weed. I'm gonna look it up real quick. But anyways,
David Miscavige is the guy who runs
David
it
Mis-
now.
yeah, is the guy that
who
runs it
died,
now. Miscavige.
Miscavige. That's people who run
Yeah.
it now.
David Miscavige. But the actual author.
Yeah, look him up, bro. Because I
Look
hate
him
now.
up.
Yeah,
That
it
shit
sucks when
pisses
it
me
doesn't
off.
come to your head.
But man, it's bro. They believe that like some robots in space brought us from other
Ron L.
planets
Hubbard.
on Ron L. Hubbard. There you go.
Damn.
Brought us on these airplane ships. Some shit about they like dropped us into fucking a volcano.
Volcanoes and yeah.
And we
This
came
guy-
out as.
I don't know, but
So it was
like-
recorded that this guy was at a bar with a bunch of friends, and he's like, he was quoted in saying,
Oh, yeah.
"You want to make some real money? Start a religion."
Yeah. You want to know how to make
Afterwards.
millions? Start a religion.
You know what?
Because you're
Creative.
Texans, that.
Yeah. Listen,
That's
I
crazy.
hate. This is why, like, I kind of another reason what made me fall out with religion. Did you guys hear about the guys like, you know, God wants me to have a jet, so donate money and get me a jet.
That guy on TV.
Oh,
yeah,
that fuckhead.
bro, he got.
But it's like for what,
This is
bro?
what
if
I'm
you,
like-
He got it.
I think he did. I think
probably
he
did.
did.
you know what, bro? If
I
you-
guarantee
if
you he got
believe
it.
that and you donate, you're just fucking.
You're
idiot, bro. You're
stupid.
stupid.
You're fucking
so
stupid.
fuck you. You know, like I'm
Straight
sorry.
up. No, straight
This
up.
is why,
Sorry,
like,
not sorry.
This is
Gullible
why I
as
stand-
fucks, bro.
This is why I stand with what I stand with religion. Like yeah, I get that there's people that are really religious and they feel like they do have a connection to God and that connection is genuine. But you got guys like that he's basically exploited. Like, hey, start a
But
religion.
name one,
You know what I'm saying?
one fucking cult leader. Name one fucking religious leader that besides Gandhi, which actually is the only one that had a little bit of dirt on it. This guy used to, you know, he was supposed to be all holy and he used to sleep with women all the time supposedly. But anyways, like that doesn't have dirt on him though. You know what I'm saying? Even the Pope right now is implicated in some pedophile shit, bro.
Yeah, the same
Did you guys
covering
hear
it
about
up.
some shit about two two Hispanic priests. They were
Yeah,
caught
this is in the
the
area.
woods
South
in
Chicago.
Florida.
Oh no,
It had to be Florida,
in the
man.
area, no?
Why does
No,
all the
they're
fucked up
from
shit happen
here.
in Florida?
They're from here.
I don't know if they're from this area. They're from
Okay.
Chicago.
'Cause I remember the
Oh.
post.
They're,
There was
and
like
they're
something
Hispanic,
Chicago.
bro. 2 fucking strikes. And then they got caught fucking in the woods in,
In the woods?
Florida, bro.
Why does all
and
the-
the actual fucking action, bro. Like,
That's fucking nuts. The craziest
Should've
shit
got
happens
him
in
back.
someone was telling me
Florida.
about that shit at work, man. That's fucked up, man.
This shit got
And they're
eaten by
Catholic.
gators.
They're Catholic priests, bro.
Dude,
That's
and
why I said, man,
that's the
religion
shit
is
I don't
bullshit,
fuck with,
bro.
bro.
Like,
Religion is bullshit.
Have either of you
man.
ever heard of the Baha'i religion?
No,
Nah.
elaborate.
So I recently got married a few weeks ago, and
Congratulations.
Congrats.
thank you,
man.
man. Thank you. And you know, we were just gonna do the whole, you know, the court thing, you know, because we didn't really
Right.
have too much money to pay for a bunch, and then we wanted to have like an after party,
Right.
you know, so we really didn't, you know, have the funds to pay for like churches and you know that part. So my wife started researching, and she came across this church where it was in Wilmette, where it's they're called it's the Baha'i Temple, you know, that's the name of their religion, Baha'i, and they offered to do marriage ceremonies for any religion, no matter what you are, and they no cost. You just
That's
have to
cool.
do.
Oh, wow.
Has to be like a simple, modest ceremony, and then they had like certain rules, like we couldn't decorate their little temple, you know, but it was already beautiful, so that didn't
Yes.
matter, you know.
That's
we couldn't throw
awesome.
flowers like a flower girl, which all right, you know, and then you don't say vows, like we still got to read something to each other, but we didn't read like we didn't say I vow this or vow that,
Right.
and then you don't say I do,
Like a testament to
right,
somebody.
and you don't say I do, you just like there was like a sentence we said, you know, something simple like
It's more like generalized.
it's like their phrase, but it's something like I swear to abide in the name of God. I don't know if that's it exactly, but it's something like that, you know, about God. And they believe in God, you know, and what the thing is their main belief is that all religions matter. That all religions were created for a reason. That God sent Jesus, God sent
What?
the Prophet Muhammad. God sent all these prophets, all these people who create
Allah.
these religions for a certain reason, for His reason, you know. And that all religions are here for one reason. It's to serve Him, you know, and they all serve a purpose, and they just believe in, like, you know, fucking world
That's
peace.
a good way to look at it.
And it's
Shit,
like,
man, they're
I
living in
thought
the
it was
future,
pretty
bro.
dope, bro. Like,
They're
I thought
living
it
in
was
the
pretty
fucking
dope.
future,
Like, I'm not
man.
gonna
Yeah.
join it or none, but
Straight up.
you know, we dug it, you know, and like, you know,
Yeah.
we told him, you know, we had to go and have an interview first to get accepted or whatever,
Yeah.
and we told him, like, you know, I grew up Catholic, she grew up Christian, I guess, you know, we both believe in God, but we don't really attend church, and
That's a great.
Man,
turned
that's
out
a
nice,
great,
bro.
great
yeah.
outlook on
was fucking-
religion
if
and
you ever-
life, man.
bro, look it up. The temple, just to go visit, bro, it's fucking beautiful inside.
Yeah.
The outside, the inside, it's right off of Lake Michigan, right?
Oh, wow.
If you just take Lakeshore Drive all the way down, and all the way down, you know what I'm saying, to where it pops off, but then you pop right back on,
Yeah.
and it's by what's that? Northwestern? One of those colleges is up there.
I think so.
Loyola.
Uh,
I never say that word right, bro, but.
Loyola?
I always
It's so hard to say, right?
That's why I didn't even want to say it,
Yoyola
bro.
and
I didn't even
shit.
want to say it,
Yeah.
but it's just past that, and then there's another university, and then it's that area up there. Fucking bro, every
Sounds
house
dope,
is a
man.
mansion.
That's a great
bro.
outlook on.
Yeah, man.
on
But
on
yeah,
religion.
they're living in the future,
Yeah.
bro. That's what the
I
fuck
definitely
it should
would
be,
respect.
bro.
Yeah, that's I
Just
feel the same
respect
way,
all
man.
religions.
Yeah, respect them all.
Because I don't necessarily believe that there is a fucking 6-handed goddess named Shiva. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But hey,
And they
But they
believe
do.
hey,
They believe
they
that
do.
they're I guess Messiah or whatever. What was his name?
a prophet or something.
Yeah, I guess they're
Yeah, a
prophet. The guy who created, you know, who started it, his name was
Oh wait.
Baha'u'llah. No,
so
but this was a
it's-
long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Like, but like he was the one who, you know, he was like a Jesus Christ and a Prophet Muhammad. Like he came and he, you know, he said that.
So there's an
God
actual
told him-
history to this
Oh
religion.
yeah, it
Oh,
goes
wow.
back.
That stretches
And-
back?
Yeah, and there's like, you know, when I went, I was expecting to see just a bunch of like Indian people and stuff, you know, but like the guy was white, like he was from England, like,
Oh,
like
wow.
in their picture, just like a bunch, just mixed, you know, and like there's only, I want to say, if I'm correct, 7 temples, like big temples, and that was one of them. And
Or
they
he
have
had
a
the
few
7.
over the world, you know, around the world.
Oh, wow.
But the main hub.
Is there a reason why there's 7, or they just chose to cut it off?
I don't know if that's the exact
Right,
number. I'm
for
not
sure.
sure, you know, but there's only a few. You know what I'm saying? There's a handful of them, and they're beautiful, bro. Like all of them. They have pictures of all the different ones there. They're fucking like just architecturally, they're just dope, bro.
Wow.
And I just thought that was dope. Like I never heard nothing like that. You
No,
know?
me neither, dude.
And the fact that they let us marry there, and we even got to have family like read off a few little scriptures.
That's
They were
what's up,
kind
bro.
of, I guess you could say, more on the Christian side of a little poem or whatever. And
Yeah.
they were cool with it, you know. And
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
and what's dope,
Hey,
even
man.
more dope, bro, is they don't have a priest or so in other words, when we were up there getting married, nobody was up there marrying us.
Oh,
It was me,
wow.
my wife. You know, I had my guys on the side of me. She had her girls on the side of her, and I had my
read off what
uncle.
you were saying?
I had my uncle up there at a little podium and with a microphone, and he's a professor, so he's good at talking in front of
Right.
people.
Okay.
And he basically just like narrated the wedding. You know,
Wow.
like
That's fucking beautiful.
all right, now
dude.
we're gonna
That
have
is,
we're
man.
gonna
That's
have her
beautiful.
grandmother read a poem. Now we're gonna have Alyssa Bonilla, you know, come read a poem, or now we're gonna have, you know, naming people off read poems, and then, you know, whatever they you know, now the bride and groom are gonna read the
That's
words
even
to each other.
that's
It was
even
dope,
better,
bro, you
man,
know,
than
and
someone narrating your whole wedding.
Yeah,
like they
someone you
usually
don't
do.
know.
Right, some impersonal
Yeah.
guy coming in and
and
be like,
even
hey,
their,
stand
when they
here,
have
look
their
here.
churches, they don't have. Like, there's not one guy who dictates a church, who
Oh.
runs that just church. They just have a committee, a religious
So
committee.
it's all a free folk type shit
Yeah.
over
like,
there.
man,
That's what's
it's,
up,
it's
man.
dope, bro. It sounds
That's
pretty
what's up.
dope, man.
That's the way I feel like it should be, man.
It really should
Like
be.
you said, man, it sounds like
That's
they're living
so-
in the fucking
that's
future.
peaceful,
Living
man.
in the future,
You know,
bro.
like
That's peaceful.
I brought it up at work, bro, right before the wedding, and like I brought it up in the locker room. I came out the locker room, and like I heard two people make a comment like, "What the fuck? That's some weird ass shit," you know? Like, and first thing right away, bro, everybody's like, "Oh, what, you got to turn their religion like they're to let you get married?" I'm like, nah, like they don't care about that. They don't care what you are. They don't want you to be their religion. They're not asking you to be. You know, they're
Right.
just
They
they're
want
nice
you to
fucking
do you
people.
there,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah.
They're nice people, and like they say that temple's not theirs. That temple's
Everybody's
there
always
for
trying to
everybody.
catch a cat.
That's what
like
they
a
say. That
catch on
temple,
somebody.
Yeah.
that temple's not theirs. It's there for everybody. So you can be Catholic, go in there and pray. You could be a Muslim and go inside and pray. It's for anybody. You just go in there. It's super quiet, super beautiful.
What was the name of it again?
It's called the Baha'i Temple in Wilmette.
Baha'i
Like, if you look it up,
Temple.
bro, just the pictures
I'll
are
look
fucking
that up.
amazing, man. Like,
Shout out to that shit, man.
Yeah.
Living in
Sounds dope,
20
bro.
fucking 30. More like 30, man.
that's
That's where it's supposed to be, man. I mean, it doesn't really matter nowadays. As long as, I mean, I think
Is this it, bro?
sometimes we get stuck.
That's it.
Wow, bro, this is beautiful,
Let me see.
bro. Check it out. This is beautiful.
Oh, dude.
This is here.
Yeah, it's here, bro.
Wow. Oh yeah,
That's great.
Wilmette, Illinois. Wow, bro.
Fucking
Dude, this place is
beautiful, bro.
beautiful. And this is where you got married at?
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
And we did our pictures outside right there
Wow.
by all those little
Dude,
fucking.
that's-
Yeah, that's a
and
great
shit.
spot,
That's
man.
beautiful, man.
It turned out nice, man.
Hey, man. Congratulations and shout out to the
Appreciate it, man.
the people here at the
Thank you.
Baha'i Temple. You guys
Yeah.
you guys are doing it right. If there's
Straight up,
if
dude,
there's a
we're-
peaceful
we're
way to
gonna
do it,
start fucking promoting this shit.
that's how the whole world should be, bro. Because it's ugly. It's ugly out there, man.
I feel like nowadays though, man, like just to get off on like a little bit off this religious stuff though, most of the times it's kind of like whatever our parents,
There you go.
you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like indoctrinated into
See,
us.
but
You know
that
what
leaves
I'm
you
saying?
to think. It's like, so what are our kids gonna?
I
But
don't
check
practice.
this out.
I don't practice it, bro.
Check
But
That's
this
what I'm
out.
saying. Like,
If I don't
like,
practice
my
it, I don't
girls
feel-
know. They've said little comments on their own, like if something died, a bug or something, like, oh, it went to heaven with God.
Right.
You know,
right.
and it's like, so they
Yeah.
already know, like, they have an aspect
Right.
of God, but it's like, we don't go to church, like, they don't know
Yeah.
the Bible, because
A
I don't
long-
even know the Bible, you know.
A long
and it's-
time ago, I heard this phrase though, and I don't know about like too much about your parents, but my parents were immigrants. You know what I'm saying? And in a very young age, they stopped going to school. You know, like my dad. I mean, technically, didn't pass like the 5th grade because he had to work.
yeah.
Or the 6th grade. So like when you talk about like our parents and stuff like that like came. My dad's a really intelligent dude though. You know what I'm saying? No aspect on that, but you have to understand the level of like understanding sometimes when you're trying to like. It's not their fault that they're trying to indoctrinate you because they have no wide view of range of being able
basically,
to
like
understand
tunnel vision,
things.
bro. Like it was just a certain way.
Just all the information that they were getting, they thought that it was factual back then. You know what I'm saying? And this is not just mine.
No,
this is like
Oh,
everybody.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people like
when
that.
I bring up to my tias like how, oh, you know,
There
like,
is no
I'm not
talking to
Catholic,
them.
bro. I'm not.
There is
you
no
know,
talking
I'm not
to them
Catholic,
about
and
that.
they'll be like, what, like, or like, don't let grandma hear you say that, like
yeah,
you
and
know,
not to
this-
say that people aren't smart because they didn't, you know what I'm saying? None of that. But you have to think of nowadays we have the entire fucking Library of Congress in the tip of our fingers. You know what I'm saying? We have amounts of knowledge just being able, and some of it's fake, some of it's fucking facts, and like
But it takes
they
a
didn't
person
have
to, like,
that, bro. So all they had was like word of mouth and what they read, and most of that stuff they took it to heart. You know?
Yeah, I think Catholic religion definitely is one of the grimiest or whatever you want to
Dude,
call it.
yeah.
You know,
Look, I got family that'll be like, are your kids baptized? Your kids baptized? And I'm like, no.
and were you baptized, bro?
Yeah, I was baptized.
Or did you do the communion?
Yeah, I did all that.
Confirmation.
I did all that. My
See?
parents put me through all
I was
that.
wanting to though, growing up.
Really?
Yeah,
I hated it.
You know why,
I
bro?
hated
Because you know what? Growing up, bro, the only times we did go to church, like when my mom would take us, you know, we grew up right here in Slag, is for Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
We would
Go
meet
to
up
school.
and we would go to Sacred Heart right here. You know,
Okay.
like I played Sacred Heart football growing up, bro,
Oh, yeah?
and like that's how I know like you know I know Ed, dishwasher Ed. Me and him played together and shit, and his brother Richie. You know, we played fucking. We played football and shit and fucking
That's the sound of the
you know
throws.
one of the rules for Sacred Heart, bro, is if you didn't go to Sacred Heart, you had to attend CCD classes.
Ah, yeah.
So from
'Cause it's
fifth grade,
Catholic.
right? And I played from 5th grade to 8th grade. I never attended one class, bro, not once.
That's tight.
And it was mandatory or you didn't play. But I fucking started every game.
That was
So,
tight.
I somehow squeezed past that, you know. I used to kind of want to because I always was curious about it and like.
Yeah. What was cool is that every now and then I get in there with like people I went to school with. I'm like, your mom put you here too, you know.
Right.
But yeah, dude. Like I just think, you know, no disrespect to the other Catholic out there, the other Catholic people out there, but dude, I think it is such bullshit, man. You know, like you have, I've had family tell me like, are your kids baptized? And I'm like, no. They're like, well, why? I'm like, cause I don't fucking practice religion. That's why. Like, why the hell am I gonna put them through something I'm not practicing?
Yeah, I haven't baptized my girls. My wife wanted to, you know. I think she really wanted to do it more for the party part, though, you know. Because, I mean, she's not religious either, so she could care less about that whole aspect, you know. But when we did that whole Christian church, they actually did a real cool thing there where they had, like, this little pool up there kind of deal, you know, a little waterfall thing, and they gave you this little shirts to put on, and they would do, like, it was, like, every certain day of the month. When they had but they would, you know, when they save you, you know, they just dip you down in water.
Sure.
I kind of thought it was dope, you know, and kids, grown up, anybody could do it and shit. And,
My dad got
we thought
baptized
about
like that.
doing
That's
that,
some
but
fucker
then we,
dunked me in the water.
My dad and my mom turned Christian. They
Born again?
They dunked my parents in little pools.
see,
Yeah.
I, mean, I wanted to do it, but then when I found out
just
that crazy
can't.
shit about that guy, you know, that sounded like, yeah, we're not even going there no more. So,
Can't.
Imagine if you still were, you're like, oh shit.
but I only wanted to do my communion because I hated when the few times we did go to church that I couldn't go get in line to get the
The
wine.
bread and the
yeah,
wine.
you know what I used to
Hey,
hate.
bro.
I used to hate sitting
I
there and
used to
all the
fuck
other
with-
kids. Everybody else went up.
I want to go up there too.
Mother-
Bro, one day we went for
Giving
Ash
kids
Wednesday,
wine.
and like assholes, you know, it was me and my boy, man, fucking my guy Tails and shit, man, and fucking
Salud.
Yeah, I fuck
salute,
with Tails.
salute. You know Tails, my Rick Denava, he's from the neighborhood.
I've hooped with him before.
That was my
Yeah,
brother
okay.
growing up, man, and you know, we were little assholes, bro. We went high as fuck to church, bro. You know? We met my mom there. We fucking put eye drops in. We went in and shit, and everybody got up to go do the communion, and I was just like, man, fuck this, you know, like I'm not gonna sit here, bro. So I got up and went and did it, man. You know, and I came back, sat down, and he
it's
was
not like they checked somehow.
Right.
Those
But
motherfuckers.
then this guy's like, bro, why'd you do that? You know, I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, you're gonna go to hell. And I remember sitting there, and like for a moment, I was just like, damn, did I fuck up? Like, but you know what's fucked up is like, you know, we left that day, and we're like, all right, man, you know, we know today's Ash Wednesday, you know, we gotta give something up. You know, you gotta give something up for Lent or whatever.
Yeah, like for 40 days.
So so our thing was we were gonna give up weed. You know, we were gonna stop smoking. So I'm like, all right, let's go to my house. You know, I had a nice little stash of bud. Like, we're gonna smoke it all right now. Fuck it. You know, we bought blunts.
Fat Wednesday or was it Fat Tuesday?
We smoked all my weed, and then the next day we smoked. You know, somebody had bud. We ended up smoking. You know, we didn't even do the whole fucking thing. You know, so in other words, we just smoked all my weed for no reason and shit.
And that's what you're supposed to do on like that day before. Like you get a lot of what you're gonna give up. So if you gave up meat, you would stuff your face.
Shit,
so y'all niggas
that night
smoke is like fuck it.
Eat
Smoke
meat
the fattest
on purpose on Fridays.
See, I never did that, bro. I never did. I always ate.
I used to hate that shit.
I eat whenever, dude.
My mom would order pizza and it's like
cheese.
Where's the pepperoni? Yo?
Yeah, you can't pizza no pepperoni, bro. That's a must.
Like,
what the fuck?
I lived with my aunt for like 3 years before I moved out, and you know she's in the being Catholic, and she followed that shit religiously. Like she'd make me lunch to go to work, and I would get like fucking what's that nopal, like cactus, and I'm like, oh man, like I felt bad because I wouldn't eat it, man. But I would make sure I came back and the plate looked empty, you know. But yeah, dude, that definitely that sucks. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving shit up, man. I stopped doing that. I remember I gave up my Game Boy once. I played like 3 days later. Like, screw this.
I never gave up shit, bro. Whatever I gave up, I fucking did after like a day. I had like no. And I'm like the first time, I remember the first time I was like, all right, I'm gonna give up this, and I gave it up like at the church and everything. So I thought like something was supposed to happen to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm over here like, I'm not gonna drink pop no more. I went home
and drank pop.
I drank some motherfucking pop, and I was waiting though. I was waiting like something's gonna happen to me, like God's gonna come, and something's gonna happen to me. And nope. I ain't rich.
Dude, I gave up pop once, but not for Lent. I just gave it up. I went like 2 years without ever drinking pop. I wish I still did that.
My wife, she showed my daughters a picture of it was on Facebook, bro. It was like of kidneys cut open. It was like filled with kidney stones.
Pop and shit.
Like no, it was just like filled with nasty ass kidney stones. Out, you know.
They say you had the pistols out.
So she told my daughters that that's what happens when you drink pop. So like they like don't drink pop at all.
Wow.
And like I don't know. And I get in trouble when I bring pop in the house and drink pop.
I hate bringing pop. If it was up to me, I would never buy it.
I have to drink like
kidney
pop.
Stones. No, I have to, bro.
I have to drink pop when I eat, bro.
Especially
you know
dinner.
what?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, that's some old Mexican shit.
I could go without pop. Like for sure. I just won't buy it. Seriously, that'll be my motive. I won't buy it.
Let's see, I drink a lot of water to counter.
Yeah, me too.
I drink a lot of
but
water.
if anything, I'll just drink the pop when I eat
I drink
though.
hella
like,
water,
but there has to be pop though. Like
but
there
I
has
don't
to
drink
be pop.
I don't drink
like I could
shit.
Milk?
Yeah.
Nah, milk will
I love milk.
I stopped drinking milk. Milk will fuck you up.
Milk
I read this thing where it's like you're really not supposed to be drinking milk as an adult anymore.
That's what I read.
Really not.
Every day.
Those are for small fucking cattle.
Yeah,
you know what
they
I'm
say
saying?
every day they find like a new reason why milk is bad for you, and like mainly it's because it's produced by by a cow. I mean, by a cow for a cow.
Here in America, bro, that's not good for you.
Yeah, straight
Between
up.
the corn and the wheat, and
it's like pesticides and shit, man.
Bro. That corn is plastic.
You know, like our corn, if I'm not mistaken, is banned in other countries, bro.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, the Monsanto corn. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that from that company is fucking.
Well, they say a lot of people believe it's a GMO.
Oh, definitely, dude. You know how the fucking corn started, bro?
Bro, apparently it was smaller.
Like a green
yeah,
fucking pea, bro.
Small.
They're skinny. They were
Yeah.
fucking small.
Yeah,
And now
they're
they're these
tiny,
big
dude.
fat
Look at
ass.
this
You know,
big old corn on a cob,
the same
bro.
thing with wheat.
But
They get like a foot long. These fucking.
I'm gonna ask y'all. Do y'all still eat elotes though?
Oh man,
I'll fucking elote
I fuck
up
it
with
up, bro.
everything, nigga. With everything.
man, I get the I
Like,
always
humans
get the
are so
chile on
shitty,
there,
bro.
Even though I know that shit burns the fuck out my throat.
I don't
man.
care.
What
See,
like with the chile in it?
Even though I'm Mexican.
Oh,
Love
you're a
that
savage.
shit.
See, I'll get the powder, but I
No,
don't
that's
get
what I'm
the
talking
extra.
get
about. No,
mad
I'm
chile,
talking about
man.
the powder, bro.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm saying, like, even though I'm Mexican, bro, I've only recently come around to starting to eat like hot
Chile.
stuff, you know, like
I love this
jalapenos and
Yeah,
little
me too,
chiles,
though.
you know, like
Loved it.
because of my wife, really. Like before that, bro, I wasn't like Heine's hot sauce was the hottest I ever went and
Yeah,
shit. You know what I'm
dang.
saying?
But now you was like, man, I fucking neglected all this shit my whole life.
Yeah,
It
but-
tastes a lot better.
I've eaten the hottest pepper in the world, the Carolina Reaper.
No,
I
you
think there's a
didn't,
new. I
bro.
swear to God, on my mama, dude.
You did that?
Yeah.
What? I know.
The guy we used to work with, heavy set guy who worked on nights, he would grow them.
Joe
at a
was
crib.
die or what?
Nah, bro, like the way he recommended it was to cut it in pieces. Like it's a pepper about this big,
Yeah, it looks all
and
ugly
it's really
shit,
wrinkly.
Right?
Yeah,
the guy
it
was
was
big
red.
as hell though.
Yeah,
Like, he
you know
used
what
to
I'm
bust
talking
out
about.
his sneakers and shit.
He used to wear Cortezes, bro.
His name was Dave.
He wore Cortezes
Bro, like
too.
he was so big that his shoes
Oh,
would
they-
warp
they-
out the side.
They
Yeah.
slant to the side.
They'd
He had a
slant
fat
the side
foot.
because he would
Yeah.
slide his feet. You know what I'm saying? So they just kick off the side.
But but anyways, the dude grew a lot of peppers. He had Carolina Reapers, he had Ghost Peppers, he had all kinds, bro. But
What the
he,
fuck?
he gave me like 3 of them once, dude. And for real, like I ate it the way he told me, like cut it in pieces. Like I want to say maybe the size, like about that big, bro. Like the size of a small rock, and just eat it with your food, and you won't burn yourself that way. But if you were to bite the whole fucking thing, bro, it is fucking hell. And I did it once, and then I tried to play it cool, and like I did it in front of him. Then I went and like started
that
chugging
wasn't
my
gonna
water.
happen, dog.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's a hot pepper. I've eaten it before, the Carolina Reaper.
Did you listen to the Joe Budden podcast?
Yeah, bro, you fuck
Yeah.
with it?
I've heard a few recently, and then I was listening to the one today. I was listening to the one where you were talking about Eminem.
Did he go savage? Yes or no?
I only listened to a little bit, so only the first maybe like 15,
Yeah.
20 minutes, you know.
Ooh man, the whole hour is dedicated to,
So I gotta
to that
finish it
topic.
then. But I someone told me.
Oh,
What do you
wow.
guys think? What's up, MGK, Eminem? What's
No,
up?
the beef was
Man,
well.
I think they both went off, bro. I think
They went
MGK
off.
went
I
off.
think
bro.
MGK murdered him, man.
See,
I'm not gonna
Eminem
lie.
went
The
like
one song I heard-
straight off automatic.
Well, how many
on
had
everybody.
Eminem? How many has he made
He
now?
got like,
Towards
I don't
him
know.
right now. There's 2 or 1 or
I
what?
think there's just one MGK dish.
Yeah, there's just one right
But
now.
that
One
was
he just
because he
made
threw
was
it
The
on
Devil's
to
Grave
another
or something,
thing.
right? The Devil's Grave.
What the name of the song?
That
It was
Eminem
called
just put out.
no. Was it called The Devil's? I forgot which one it was.
Because dude,
I was listening to it
MGK's
too.
is what Rap Devil, right? Because he
Rap
had rap.
Devil.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Oh, he had a
Rap
song
God,
called
dog.
Rap
He
God.
went off
Hey,
on
that's
that Rap
fucking
Devil,
slick
nigga.
as shit, though. I mean,
Hey, that- he went
kudos
off,
for fucking
man. I give it
advertisement
to
or
him,
whatever.
bro.
Yeah.
I
But,
give.
but you know, M's a,
Hey,
M's
the
a
beat.
legend, bro.
Hey, he's gonna
M's a
come back
legend,
and
bro.
just murder this fucking cat. I
If
mean,
you know,
that's
it's
just
been
me.
like 2 days.
Hey, but
But
to
I
be
heard,
honest,
I heard some nonsense that this guy fucking Joe Budden said that he was better than Eminem back in
Yeah,
I
his
seen
prime.
that.
No, he said that he's better.
Trash
He's
ass.
better than him now than he was 10 years ago. He's saying he's
Wow.
yeah, bro.
Joe Budden himself.
Yeah, Joe Budden went on there and said that he's
Wow.
better than him now, and
He's
like
just trying to catch
dude,
clout on
dude,
his
yeah.
podcast, dog.
I mean,
He's a
You don't
fucking
say shit
idiot,
like
yeah.
that.
I fucks with
I
Joe
always-
Budden,
I
but
always
I'm
thought
like,
he was
man,
kind of a clown though, man. Like he.
Hey, after he
I
pulled
fuck- I
that,
fucks with
after
him.
he pulled that shit and the BET
oh,
shit
with the
with the
Migos,
Migos, bro,
Migos, yeah.
niggas went up like blouses and shit.
Dave Chappelle.
That shit was funny.
Like
man.
Chappelle's show, dog. That
But
was
dude,
my fucking.
a lot of people don't
scene.
like that guy. A lot of people that I talk
One
to
reason
like
I
that.
like him a little bit is because I like how he does get at all these fucking mumble rappers and all these.
Yeah, he's
He
at-
does get at him,
Well-
like especially like 6ix9ine and shit like that, right?
Actually, bro, like on the contrary, like on there, he like gives their respect. He gives
they're
their credit.
making money
He
off
gives
that
their credit due, but then he'll after he gives credit, he'll be like, all right, I thought it was this, I thought it was that. Like he'll give you credit. I listen to him a lot, but he does. He'll put his other input right after, and it'll probably sound harsher than what he meant in a nice way. But dude, he basically came at him, and he's like, dude, like. I was like, I'm not even gonna give you the waste of time. Like, I'm not even gonna reply to your shitty ass this, and because it was about his something domestic, apparently, like about him hitting his girl or whatever.
Who, Joe Budden?
Yeah, and he's like,
Oh,
I ain't even
shit,
gonna
this
respond to you,
fucking
but he's like, if you do it again, he's like, I might come out of retirement and like finish you off, and I'm like, damn, dude,
Stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
and I'm like, dude, I don't think these people, man, I don't know, I don't think people want those problems, bro.
Even the game said it, bro. You don't fuck with the white boy, dog.
That's the one, you know.
Yeah.
You don't
The
fuck
only
with that
one.
nigga.
Nope. That guy will come at you.
Yeah, I've heard
Like,
a few of
he
his,
reads the dictionary.
his
Like,
podcasts.
That's all.
Not
That
too
was
many,
one of the
bro.
MGK disses things.
no, but he
like,
really does, bro. Like
you sit down,
he tries to like know every word in the alphabet to
Hey.
to be more like
Nigga
they
can
said.
rhyme- that man can rhyme anything. Man.
Yeah, he
They
can.
said there was like a fact years ago that I read that like the smartest rapper to listen to was Eminem because of like the words like he uses some shit
You
I
never-
can't
But
pronounce.
that's the thing. The rappers nowadays are not, man. They're not lyrical, bro. They're just. They say if you listen to what they're
It
saying,
rhymes.
they're saying a bunch of nonsense on some dope
They're
beats.
like, if it
That's all
rhymes, it
is, bro.
rhymes. Yeah.
It's
that's
just the
pretty much
fucking
what it
beats is what they're selling. Man.
I also felt like it was unnecessary. Like, why you dissing these chumps, bro? You know they ain't gonna reply. You know, little punk
You know
ain't
you
gonna
better than
reply,
them, bro.
Come on, fry the
Why
big.
you doing them like that, Debo?
Go fry the bigger fish,
I
bro.
just want to understand where the fuck the rap game took a turn and decided that it was okay to start fucking wearing like fucking women's
Tight
clothes
dresses.
and painting their nails and these choker
That's
chains.
why I don't fuck with
like,
Young Thug, bro. After that,
After wearing a dress?
after that dress,
Oh, man.
I'm
Like this?
straight, dog.
That's
Fuck
crazy,
you.
nigga. That's not.
That's fucking
That's that new
womanly.
generation shit, bro.
And like, please,
Not okay, man.
I'd rather bag my pants, and I don't even do that. But hey,
yeah. Like, if I wouldn't let my kids see some shit like that. Like, turn that shit off, dude.
oh, man, why is that guy wearing skinny
Yeah,
jeans?
turn that shit off. What the hell you looking at?
You guys listen to Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, all
That's,
day, man.
yeah,
That's one of the guys, man.
that kind of
one of the many
inspired this,
and
bro.
inspired this
See?
shit. Yeah, straight
Inspired.
up.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I listen
No,
to this shit a
definitely.
lot, man. I like his shit, man.
Man, that guy is a fucking worker though, bro. Sometimes they can't
Yeah.
catch up to how many fucking podcasts that guy's still
Yeah,
on.
I think he's throwing like
They're like
8
three
recently.
fucking
I'm like,
hours
fuck.
long
Yeah.
too. One day we'll get up to that point where we can throw that much content down. People will listen, but right now we're just on our stomping ground.
Yeah,
shit, you know
this is
what I'm saying?
our rookie.
Yeah, man, but that's what's up, man.
It's
Give you
getting
guys
up,
props
man.
for
Our rookie
you know,
season.
doing that
Definitely,
shit.
man.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
And we're hoping that it looks dope one day, like fucking mics everywhere, laptops.
Hey, it's
fucking-
gotta
This is
start
how,
somewhere.
yeah, it's got to
bro.
start somewhere, bro.
It's gotta
Straight
start
up.
literally from the bottom.
And now we
Not
have.
that I'm saying this is bottom-ish, but you
You
know,
know, like ever
this-
since you know,
this is it.
I've fucking reached out to
Yeah.
fucking you, man, and fucking you know, I've even put it in my wife's ear and shit, and like she watches one of those shows, one of those little pregnant teen shows, whatever. And
The
like,
Teen Mom?
one of those, one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
bitches has a podcast and shit, you know. So like, she was like, man, we should do our own podcast, you know, like we should fucking do like
It's really
a
that
couples
easy,
one, you know.
yeah.
I'm like, man,
Yeah.
we, you know, who knows,
Yeah.
you know. So
It's dope. And it's like you and your girl.
It's
like,
like
you
whatever
guys,
gets it started, though. You know what I'm saying? You want to get off the ground, right?
yeah.
right,
That's
just
what it is.
It'd be nice to have them, like, you know, husband and wife doing together, and they sit there and like argue, or
Are you?
that'd be entertaining. Not that I'm saying that's what you guys do or anything, but like,
But no, I mean,
but
that's
it would
what you're gonna do.
it would
you
put
know?
it would
Technically.
it would
You
put
guys
out there
ever
like
get,
every
Thompson
couple's
Girl?
like
You're
this,
gonna
dude.
give your guy's perspective.
Yeah.
She would give her woman's perspective, and you
You
know,
guys ever hear
Couples
Tom
would
Segura,
see
the
like this is
comedian?
what it is.
yeah, Tom Segura. Yeah,
He has a podcast called
Oh, with his wife, right?
Your Mom's House with
It's-
his wife.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
dope.
His
And
I
wife.
they-
heard it's decent
yeah,
or what?
it's sometimes like I listen to shit like that because they're like mainstream podcasts, but some of them aren't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but some of the episodes on their podcast is really funny, bro. But like, be prepared to like. They'll cut in like audio porn scenes and shit, like on some
Shit,
funny
that's
shit, bro.
funny.
Like, it's hilarious, but I don't want to hear that shit most of the times. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's Your Mom's House.
One
Check
that I really like too is Part of My Take is a sports one. But they're funny. They say funny shit every now and then they get interviews from like NFL players
Yeah.
all the time, GMs and all kinds of stuff like that.
See, I listened
That's
to the Ben Maller show, but that comes on like that shit comes on like 4:00 in the morning. or
The
some
Ben
shit,
what?
bro. Or like no, actually it comes on at midnight. I'm tweaking. Starts at midnight.
What's
Ben
the name
Maller
of the
show?
Ben Maller?
Yeah, it's on Fox Sports Radio.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
It's just all sports, but it's like you said, it's like funny shit. Like
Oh,
they do
okay.
little,
I like
little
that.
games and shit. And
They'll
have
make
people
fun of the
calling
player
in,
or something,
and they
yeah.
just do goofy shit. But
Nothing.
Man, top 5 dead or alive. Joey Diaz, Churchill, what's happening, bro?
Oh yeah, Joe.
Yeah.
I recently started listening to his
Some
decent, man.
cocksuckers.
MeUndies.
MeUndies.
Hey, that
that
guy-
guy's a beast, bro.
He's a trip,
Joey
man.
Karate.
He's
That
a
guy,
trip,
he's got
bro.
everything, man.
So are we
We're
gonna
wrap
call it a
this
close?
motherfucker up right now.
Yes sir, yes sir.
It's been a long one, stretching it out.
But it was
It was
a
fucking
very
great,
good
man.
one. Very good one.
Yeah, man. We
With
took a religious
Gio over
turn
here.
there, you
Yeah,
know?
but hey, sometimes we have to discuss this shit.
Yeah.
This is what this shit's for, though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Our points, our experiences, how we feel about it. You know,
hell yeah.
that's what it's about. You know, people are gonna agree with us. People are probably gonna disagree with us. To say that.
Like it,
Wow.
don't like it,
Yeah.
comment, right? That's some shit a dishwasher ad would say.
Yeah. Like if you want to fucking
surprised.
send me hate mail.
Surprised he didn't pop in, huh?
Yeah, man, that guy's probably fucking riding a dinosaur somewhere. That fuck, I don't know.
But man, appreciate you guys having me, man.
No, all
That was
day.
dope.
Man, yeah.
It was
Glad to
great.
have
You
you
guys
on
keep
here,
it
man.
live.
Doing your thing, man.
We're probably gonna do this soon again, man. See what's cracking. Just let me
Yeah,
know.
man.
We'll set
Let
it
me
up
know.
again.
Yeah, for sure, man.
See what's up, dude.
You can
Always
shoot
down.
the shit
Always
next time.
down.
Yeah.
Shoot the shit,
All right,
baby.
man. This is fucking Ace signing out.
I'm Zeus. That's it. Show's over.
All right.